Uh, Time to react to a couple of cheeky stories. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I really want to know how you feel about this. But watch the whole thing before you give me the whole drill. So let's get on with this.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. International break. It's never pretty. It's kind of boring, but there's some interesting international matches coming up. Japan versus USA. That does really excite me a little bit. Japan's team is quite decent. USA's team's quite decent, and really want to see what Pulisic gets up to. But we'll see. We'll see if we do a watch along for that. But that's not what we're here for. What we're here for today is a couple of stories which we're going to react to. First up, ladies and gentlemen, reacting to Eden Hazard's comments recently. Now, before I paint the picture, I just want to say to each and every one of you guys, I've been quite staunch about this whole situation about Eden Hazard and the sentimental notion that's been going around in certain parts of the fan base that, oh, we want Eden back, we want Eden back. And I've been very staunch and I've been very, very rock solid about my stance that, nah, do you know what? No, we don't want Eden back. It's finished. The time's up. He chose Real Madrid. He chose to follow his dream. His time at Chelsea Football Club is over. He's given us everything possible. And kudos to him. Kudos to him. But do you know what? I'm thinking from a logical standpoint now. And before I give you my sort of lowdown on what I'm thinking, let's just quickly share what the comments are all about in regards to Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard on his moment at Real Madrid. It's a delicate situation as I want to play more. I feel good at Real Madrid, yes, but I know what I can do when I play. There have been difficult times when I want to play and I don't play. This is quotes via Marca. And, he's obviously had a very stressful time at Real Madrid with all the injuries. And there was a plate in his ankle, which has stopped him from, being very, very mobile. That plate finally has come off sometime last season. And this season, he started to look sharper. There's been some really good training videos that we've all got to see. There's been some matches where he's come off the bench and he's done really well. It's a match that he recently started. Can't remember the team, and he's done well on that one. And it feels like maybe, just maybe, he's gotten past those injuries. But we'll see. But further goes on to say, I feel good at Real Madrid. It's just that I don't play. When I play well. I know I can always do more. But as I have already said, by taking the rhythm, I would again become the Eden Hazard we have already known. So obviously there is some sense of frustration. 100% there would be a caliber of player like Eden Hazard not playing. How old is he, by the way? Let me just have a look at this. Eden Hazard age. Let me have a look. 31, 7th January 1991. So it's going to be 32 in the new year. So look, 32. And he's probably feeling that he may still have a little bit time to give. Now, hear me out. This is what I'm about to give you guys. Would his return actually be that bad? As I said, I was one of those people that was like, no, I don't want anything to do with this. We need to move forward, so on and so forth. But now I'm thinking, we need some sort of X factor, man. We need some sort of quality. And I feel like Eden Hazard, and I'm not saying let's bring him back to Chelsea for a long-term contract. No. I'm thinking a short-term, maybe 2 years maximum, something like we've given to Aubameyang. Aubameyang's 33, by the way. Eden Hazard's 32. And he's still doing the bits. The match against Wales, I believe, in the international match last night, he did very, very well. And we've seen already this season, he's done well for Real Madrid when he's come off the bench. He's still got those silky moves. He's still got that creative sense. I'm thinking, Why not? Why not? We're lacking in attacking positions. We've let go of so many attackers. We've not bolstered enough in that area. And I get it. We're in the rebuild shape. And some of you guys might be saying, Miz, why Eden Hazard? We're rebuilding 32-year-old. I think there needs to be a good balance, man. There needs to be a good balance of youth and experienced players. And I know you're probably thinking, Eden Hazard at 32 should not be part of a rebuild. And of course, he may not see the rebuild, but key individuals are still required within the rebuild. And I feel like Eden Hazard, oh man, his creativity, his 1v1 ability, his ability to win fouls, he's still very, very good in front of the goals. His footballing IQ. I mean, imagine, I'm even thinking it doesn't even necessarily need to be in the wings. Now, some of you guys might say, and even me thinking, Sterling's on the left and he's doing well. Eden Hazard should be on the left side. Sterling can move on the right, but it doesn't even need to be like that. It could potentially be Hazard just behind Aubameyang or just behind Armando Broja, whoever it is up front. Hazard could be that linchpin. Do you know what I mean? He could be that creative outlet for us. Hazard could seriously, we don't need Eden Hazard to go out there and burn the wings. Do you know what I mean? 1v1. He could be central, play more as a number 10. Do you know what I mean? Just behind the striker and find those key passes and get into the box and score those cheeky goals. I would seriously consider him ahead of, Kai Havertz. I would seriously consider him ahead of, let's say, if Mason Mount plays just behind the striker or whoever else. Kai Havertz at the moment is the one touted to be. I honestly would choose Eden Hazard over Kai Havertz at the moment. And that tells you something. That tells you something how much Eden Hazard's value is still relevant at this time of world football. Do you know what I mean? And it's not even about, if he comes back to the Premier League, how can he handle it? The physicality. We know he can handle the physicality. His body has gone through that. He would know as a footballer what it takes to play in the Premier League. And I feel he would play in a certain manner that would potentially look after his body as well. Not saying it would restrict him and we're not going to get the best out of him. Of course, his best days are gone. But I still think maybe for this Chelsea team, he could potentially give us something, not just in the wings, but also in that central attacking midfield role, just behind the striker as a number 10. Honestly, I feel like there's something there. And do you know what? So that's from from a team perspective, from a tactical perspective, creativity perspective. I've even talked about the length of a contract. From a business perspective as well, we all know Todd Bowley is a businessman. Imagine Eden Hazard coming back to Chelsea. And I know, look, I don't want to be sentimental. I'm more thinking from a logical point of view, but there is a sentimental value in this conversation. Let's not try and hide away from it. Eden Hazard come back to Chelsea Football Club. Wow, that is going to sell articles, that is going to sell magazines, newspapers, whatever, the lot. More importantly, it's going to sell shirts massively. And Todd Bowley is all about that business move as well, on top of all of these cheeky, things that he's been talking about in recent times, multi-dimensional structures and clearing out all these people and bringing different board of directors and sporting directors and the lot. So there is a business side of Eden Hazard, where it could potentially be very fruitful. So not only from a team perspective, a tactical perspective, from a rebuild as well, a key component that can help out the youngsters in and around him, a great figure to have in the dressing room. What a buzz it's going to be for the Chelsea fan base from a business point of view. My only thing is someone like Graham Potter going to be okay with a player like Eden Hazard? Does he have his own plans, perhaps? When we get the sporting director, are they going to have their plans as well? But I feel like there's a shout. I really do now think there is probably a shout. And the reason being is I feel like he's kind of gotten over the injuries that was bothering him in most parts of his Real Madrid career. And one of the biggest reasons he went to Real Madrid is obviously Champions League. He's got that now. I know he wasn't part of it, not too much. Maybe he might have played some minutes off the bench. But nonetheless, he still can say he's been part of a Champions League winning team. He's won the La Liga as well. So why not? Why not come back? But ladies and gentlemen, you let me know how you feel about this. I feel like there's something there. This is what he got up to against Wales. 65 minutes played, 59 touches, 44 out of 47 passes completed, 94 pass completion rate, 3 chances created. Wales is not a bad team, let's be honest. 4 out of 4 accurate long balls, 1 out of 1 tackles, 1. Look, I think there is still a cheeky shout. And from these quotes here, I feel like Chelsea, go out there and save this guy. Save Eden Hazard. I think, do you know what? There's been rumors that he was interested to come back. I think he would come back to Chelsea Football Club. The matter is, would Graham Potter entertain this? And would I honestly think Todd Bowley would entertain this. But ladies and gentlemen, you let me know how you feel about this. I'm coming around this because I feel like there is a need to have a creative outlet somewhere in our team. And then I think players like Sterling, Aubameyang up front, and the midfielders, the youngsters, they're going to get a lot of buzz from this particular player. Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to react to Ousmane Dembele news. His release clause, there's a tweet out, ESPN did a video as well. His release clause is out in the open, and I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. He's another player, and he's 25, I think. I think his age is 25, and he's entering some of his prime. All the issues around his injuries, for all the people that were worried about that, I feel like it's well and truly beyond him now. He's been now fit for a good part of 12 months, and he's absolutely killing it with goals, assists, a lot since Xavi has taken over. Let's check out this news, ladies and gentlemen. Ousmane Dembele's summer contract extension at Barça includes an attainable 50 million euros release clause, which is not much, to be honest, from a release clause point of view, and a player of his caliber, which will be active this coming summer, and only half of which would be payable to the player and not the club. Now, interesting that he got himself a 50 million release clause. You wonder why. It was a 2-year contract extension that he ended up signing with Barcelona after a whole heap of rumors that potentially maybe was coming towards Chelsea. I don't know, PSG maybe. Later on, it seemed like Chelsea never even contacted him. Bottom line, he ended up staying at Barcelona with a pay reduction, but there is a release clause. Why is there a release clause? If he is so interested to stay at Barcelona, which seems like he is, some recent quotes came out that he wants to win the Champions League with Barcelona, so on and so forth. But why is there a release clause? And why is the release clause so low? Do you know what I mean? Of course, 2-year contract, maybe you can't have a higher release clause than that. But then again, it's still pretty low, this release clause. And only half of it is going to go to Barcelona. So the player's trying to look after him as well. It makes me think he still wants to be open for a move come next summer. I don't think this can be triggered in January. I think this is a summer thing. I think Chelsea should be all over this. I really do. This guy on the right side, Sterling on the left side, Eden Hazard in the middle, Aubameyang or Amanda Broya in the up front, and then you've got all those other midfielders, Chukwuemeka, maybe a youngster. You still can have Kovacic, you can have Gallagher, Mount, whoever you want to include, Kante if he's fit, Jorginho, and so on and so forth. Look, I would be all over Ousmane Dembele. From that right side, he would be unbelievable. The 1v1 monster, do you know what I mean? Ousmane Dembele. He would create chaos. He would literally create chaos, and he would create a plethora of opportunities for us. Once again, this, from a business standpoint as well, man, this guy is a superstar. He's absolute superstar, Ousmane Dembele. One of the best wingers going around in world football at the moment. You know he would be selling shirts. Because we, as a fan base, we need to think from a business point of view as well, not just from a footballing point of view, which he completely makes sense, but from a business standpoint as well. The amount of people that would buy Ousmane Dembele share is not even funny. French as well, you know, you'd get the French contingency, or the people from France would be once again following. Look, this makes sense to me. Once again, I would be all over that 50 million trigger. I don't want him to go to PSG. Maybe PSG would go for someone like him, but apparently Luis Campos, there's some rumors that he's not too keen on it. You can imagine maybe someone like even Liverpool could trigger that release clause. 50 million euros. What's that? About 40, 45 million pounds, something around that margin. You just it's a good deal. It's a good deal. You don't want to see him go anywhere else. City, if they get someone like him, it's lights out, absolutely lights out. So, ladies and gentlemen, you let me know how you feel about this. I am all over him, and I wanted Ousmane Dembele in the summer, and the fact that we didn't even go for him was mad. Ousmane Dembele is ready to make up for lost time from 2017 to 2022. Wasted my time enormously. I have lost 5 years of my life. I mean, this guy, I feel like maturity has hit him hard. Absolutely has hit him hard, and he seems to be very focused in life now, and he wants to make up for the lost time. Look, Chelsea Football Club, you want to be serious again, not just in the Premier League, but in Europe. These are the level of players that we need. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel about these two reactions. Eden Hazard comments, Ousmane Dembele's release clause. I really, really want to see what you guys have to say about this. Be kind, I'm not saying, don't be, if you've got a comment against what I've said, that's fine, but be kind and be polite, be respectful. That's all I ask for. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, see ya.